portion or the part of the population of interest. Contohnya population of interest, kita berminat untuk study brand untuk kereta. So kita go for in the market, dekat supermarket ataupun dekat morning market. So kita pergi dekat sana, kita pilih a portion saja. Kita pilih a part. This one they call sample. Okay. A population pula definition, they mean collection of possible individual object or measurement of interest. They mean we collect all. We doesn't care whether the car is a Kedahan plate or Perak plate or any plate, as long as they have parking in the supermarket or parking in the morning market, the call is population. Boleh faham? Tanya Chang Yuan. Good morning, Chang.
Yes, good morning.
Understood what difference between population and sample?
Okay, understood.
Understood. Siapa yang belum faham lagi? Oh, masih confused?
Saya betul.
Saya tu siapa?
Rabiatul, Siti Rabiatul.
Okey, Siti cuba baca a sample. Yang bawah ni, tengah ni. Baca ni.
Baca, okay. A sample is a portion or part of the population of interest.
Okay, bermaksudnya, the meaning, we only take the portion saja. Maksud portion ni sebahagian ataupun satu kawasan saja daripada total populations. So itu dia panggil sample. Contohnya, dekat UM ni, jumlah semua student adalah lebih kurang dalam 33,000. 33,000. Okay. Tapi kita cuma berminat untuk buat kajian untuk STML sahaja. So we select the STMM student. So we select the STMM student only. This one they call sample. Boleh?
Boleh.
Okay. Faham Reba tu?
Faham.
Okay. Kalau population ni bermaksudnya total individual. Kalau kita nak buat kajian pasal individual, 33,000 orang student tu adalah UM punya adalah population. So banyak 33,000. Kalau Malaysia berapa population sekarang Malaysia? Kita tanya Cheng Mei Ying. Cheng. Cheng Mei Ying. Okay. Then how about Chong Chi Sam? Chong Chi Sam?
Yes.
Roughly how many population in Malaysia currently? Sekarang ni.
Currently.
How many million?
Don't know, sir.
Malaysia about 31 or 32 million currently. So very huge.
Okay.
Kalau kita nak collect data for population 32 million, wow. Maybe within 5 years or 6 years also tak habis. Okay, this one definition of the Malaysia population and sample. So any question? Ada yang masih confused? What is the definition between sample and population? Siapa yang tak tahu boleh tulis chat dekat situ juga. Kalau malu untuk bersuara, boleh communicate through chat. Firhani. Yes, kita tanya Firhani.
Yes, saya doktor.
Okay, faham ke?
Faham.
So I move to the next slide. Okay. This slide kita nak minta Firhani.
Yes, saya.
Tolong baca.
Yang slide tu je kan doktor?
Ya, slide 20 ni.
Alright. Why take a simple instance of studying every member of the population? First, easy. Second, costless. Third, not possible to test or inspect all members of a population being studied. And the last time.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Firani, Okay, now they have few reason. Here given only 4. Usually they have a lot of reason why we take a sample instead of population. Okay? Why? The reason is easy to us. Example, in case you want to take the STML student, we only go for STML building only. Okay? It's easy to us. Number 2, cost less. Maybe they have, in case we want to photostat some questionnaire, they have less money compared to all populations. So number 3, not possible. That means we cannot test all population of members. Okay. Then last one is time. So they have a time consuming. They mean time we spend study at STML maybe about 1 week. Rather than we go for the UM campus, maybe take about 2 or 3 months, maybe go for the year. So that's why time consuming, we prefer take a sample instead of population. Because in statistic, we study on the sample only. We don't go for the population. That's why certain study by maybe the others company or organization, they will go for the example. They go for Johor Bahru, they go for the KL, then they go for Penang only. Yeah, that means they choose 3 places to survey the product. Okay, after they get survey a few hundred, then they do conclusion about the product, whether it can be sell or cannot be sell. They not go for the whole country of Malaysia. They mean from the place until the Sabah. They not go. But in reality, we go for the sample. From the sample, we do the analysis. Then we say the conclusion to the population. The one they call statistic. Okay. So for Lau Wenyi,
Yes.
so you have another reason. Number 5, where we take sample.
Uh,
Number 1 we have, number 2 we have, number 3 we have, number 4 and number 5. There are no correct or wrong, just hentam saja lah. Okay. Based on your punya ni lah. Boleh lah.
boleh.
Tak boleh. Okay. Usually number 5, that mean in statistic, sample analysis is enough instead of populations. Okay, dia banyak answer. Okay, thank you Lau. Then we go for next page. Okay, next page, we learn about the type of variables. In statistic, only they have 2 type of variable. Number 1 is qualitative and number 2 is quantitative. Okay, can we request Lian Wei Li?
Yes, sir.
Boleh you baca semua all the slide?
Boleh.
Thank you.
Types of variables. A. Qualitative or attribute variable. The characteristic being studied in non-numeric. Example, gender, religious affiliation, type of automobile, own state of birth, eye color are example. B. Quantitative variable. information is reported numerically. Example,
Okay.
balance in your checking account, minutes remaining in class, or number of children in a family.
Okay, thank you, Lian. Now, they have two types, qualitative and quantitative. We go for quantitative. Quantitative about the number. That means you asking about the number. Example, your body weight. Okay. Sekarang ni Lian body weight berapa?
50.
Oh yo, betul ke Lian? 50.
Ya.
This figure 5 tahun lepas ke tahun ni?
Tahun lepas.
Tahun lepas. Tahun ni? This year?
Tak tahu. Belum check.
Okay, now Lian give to me dia punya weight about 50 ya. This one involve the figure. Okay, this one they call quantitative variable. Okay, then example qualitative that means non-numerics. Non-numerics that involve non-numeric they call qualitative. Any numeric quantitative. Okay, boleh? Example saya tanya Ikram Zurani. Ikram Zurani?
Ya,
Okay, Ikram, you ada kucing tak kat rumah?
ada.
Okay, dia punya mata dia colour apa?
Ah,
Mata kucing tu what colours?
Koko.
Cocoa. This type of answer they call qualitative because do not involve the numbers. Okay, thank you Ikram.
Okay.
Okay, we go for the next slide. I give some definition. Okay. So go for definition. So kita minta Maisarah Alwani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Maisarah boleh baca semua ni? This slide,
Boleh, sir.
slide 22, thank you.
Okay. Quantitative variables classifications. Quantitative variables can be classified as either discrete or continuous. A. Discrete variables can only assume certain values and there are usually gaps between values. Example, the number of bedrooms in a house or the
Okay.
number of hammers sold at the local Home Depot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. B. A continuous variable can assume any value within a specified range. Example, the pressure in a tire or the height of students in a class.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Maisarah. Okay. Now, just now we learned about the qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative and quantitative. Now we look for quantitative. Okay, quantitative variable. Almost our statistic in this topic go for quantitative. We not go for qualitative. So in quantitative, they have two type of variable. Again, the type of variable they call discrete variable and continuous variable. Okay. So we go for definition of quantitative variable. So they have discrete data and continuous data. Okay. Example of discrete data are numbers of cat, numbers of people. Even the number of cat or number of people in our family, they call discrete data. So example of continuous data, that mean measured data of age, height, and weight. So in our family, we measure the age, average of age, or average of height or weight. That data they call continuous data. Boleh This one only definition you don't worry sangat tentang dia punya ni. Only we know what the data in the quantitative data. In quantitative data only have two, discrete data and continuous data. What is the discrete data? That means the numbers. Then the continuous data, that means the measured. We measure anything, they call continuous data. Anything can be measured, they call continuous data. Boleh faham? Mariam Zubair?
Ya, faham Doktor.
Okay, thank you. So we go for another example to be easy to us, to be understood to us. Dia mean okay, minta Najwa Shukri. Najwa,
Okay, saya.
boleh baca this slide? Slide number 24.
Okay, boleh. Example in your family. Total of member 5 person, discrete data.
Okay.
High range of family 160 centimeter, continuous data.
Okay. This one example how in our family that mean we have 5%. That mean our mother, father, daughter and so on, sisters or brothers. So we have 5%. Then we collect all 5%. We measure the height. Okay, we height 5%, total up, divide by 5, we get the mean 160 centimeter. So this one they call continuous data. So we see another example in the books. So Nurjana,
Ya, Doktor.
boleh baca slide ni?
Boleh.
Okay, try. Thank you.
Example in books. Total books you have 6 books, discrete data. Total height of book 13 cm, continuous data.
Okay, thank you. This is another example. So any question? Ada soalan? Okay. So after we do the type of data, type of variable, we can say that in the statistic they have two only. One is qualitative, another one is quantitative. So we prefer go for quantitative. Then quantitative they have two. One is discrete data, another one is continuous data. Discrete data, they mean children in the family, how many, they mean number in the family. So the numbers, we all is discrete data. Continuous, they mean the measured data. We measured something, we get the value, they call continuous data. Okay. Then we go for the next slide. The next slide is example about the pie chart. Okay. Boleh kita tanya Nur Fakira.
Ya, Doktor.
Okay. Based on this pie chart,
Okay.
boleh Nur Fakira say something? Which one the most highest?
Soccer,
Represent how many percent?
30%.
Okay. This one kita ambil example hobi dekat kita punya kelas. Kita kelas kita, our class we have 50 student. Kita ada 50 orang. So kita do the survey, kita tanya 30% is interested on soccer. 20% there is swimming. Then 27% is swimming, 20% is track. That means they go to jogging, jogging, exercise, everything. Then tennis is 12% and gymnastics another 11%. So all the data we collect in our class, we transform to the pie chart. So this pie chart told to us in the at glance secara dasarnya we can identify the highest one is go for the soccer, then the lowest one go for gymnastic. That means this data represent the hobby of our class. Okay. How we manipulate the data. So this one, another data is a histogram or the called bar chart. So can request Nur Mahira.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nur Mahira, you look at this bar chart. What the highest one?
Cat.
Yeah, they mean how many member of people?
11.
Okay, good. The lowest one,
The lowest one, rabbit.
rabbit
Four.
members, 4.
Four.
I mean, what conclusion we can say in the pet do you have in our class?
Many people own a cat.
Okay, because
Instead
there
of
are around 11 of the member of people, they're having the cat. The lowest one is the rabbit. Okay,
yes.
okay, thank you. That's why certain graph, certain numbers, they represent into the graphic, they call descriptive statistic. We can say something. From the graph we see, we can say something. Usually we highlight the highest one or the lowest one. Okay. Jadi nanti masa depan, you executive or marketing manager, you will present this, you like this presentation to the management meeting. So what you want to highlight is the highest one and lowest one. Okay, maybe the others manager will asking you. So maybe I asking Nur Mahira. In the logic, why people like the cat?
Because it's easy to what we say, jaga a cat than a rabbit.
Maintain the cat compared to rabbit, because the rabbit dia you need to certain makanan apa semua kan, dia punya semua, kalau you tak jaga dia mungkin dia tak sihat dan sebagainya. Compare dengan cat, kadang-kadang dia makan jiran sebelah punya apa lauk kadang-kadang dia pergi berak pun dia berak dekat jiran, so very easy lah. Berlaku dekat saya, banyak kucing jiran datang berak rumah saya, so dia safe dia punya tempat. That's why people say bola cat is easy, but to me it's very difficult. Setiap hari kena buang taik dia. Okay. Understood? Boleh ha? Can I move to next slide? Okay. This slide, usually dalam sebelum ni kita ada exam, kita ada final exam. This slide, this topic almost popular. Every semester came up in exam, but today, this semester we don't have the exam, so just for your information only. So we have 4 level of measurement. We collect data from the respondent. They have 4 category of data. So can I request Nur Hafizah? Nur Hafizah ada?
Ada.
Boleh baca yang pertama ni saja.
Boleh.
Okey, silakan.
4 levels of measurement. First, nominal level. Data that is classified into categories and cannot be arranged in any particular order. Example, eye color, gender, religious
Affiliation.
affiliation.
Okey. Bermaksudnya, this data cannot be category or cannot be arranged in other order. Contohnya gender. Okay, kita tanya gender, Nur Hafizah. Gender, ada berapa gender?
2.
Male and female saja kan?
Yes.
Boleh kita campur sekali tak?
Tak boleh.
Kalau campur sekali jadi macam sajak. Until today we have confused. Sajak ni male ke female? Sajak ni male ke female? Nafizah?
Tak pasti.
Maybe they mix together. Maybe male
Male, Muhammad Sajat.
You tengok baru ni dia pakai produk apa semua tu. Kan dia ada pakai baju seksi dia tunjuk dalam Facebook dia tu. Saya pun confused Dia sajak ni kita ambil out of case lah. So, okay, nominal label that mean we arrange cannot be mixed together. Example, eye color. Okay, eye color, we have the eye colors. No Hafizah, you punya eye color apa?
Hitam.
Oh, hitam Okay, saya blue. Mungkin saya Mak Saleh kot. Okay. So this one they call nominal. Cannot be mixed together or some. Then we go for Nur Hazirah.
Yes, Doctor.
Boleh baca di bawah dia? Dekat sini.
Ordinal level.
Ah.
Ordinal level, the data arranged in some order, but the difference between data values cannot be determined or are meaningless. Example, during a test of 4 soft drinks, Mellow Yellow was ranked number 1, Sprite number 2, 7-Up number 3, and Orange Crush number 4.
Okay. This type of data they call ordinal label. Okay. We asking you, contohnya we asking Nur Hazirah. Okay, Nur Hazirah, you go for the KFC or you go for McD, you choose what drink? Minuman apa you order sebenarnya? Coca-Cola?
Maybe strawberry.
Strawberry. So they have type of drinking. So this one, the type of drinking they call ordinal label. So we drink it up. Maybe the popular is Coca-Cola. The second one maybe strawberry and so on. So we drinking all type of drinking only. They call ordinal label. Okay, thank you. Then we go for meeting. Hello, meeting.
Baca itu.
You tolong baca ini.
Okay.
Interval level.
Interval level.
Okay.
Similar to the ordinal level with the additional property that meaningful amounts of differences between data values can be determined. There is no natural 0 points. Example, temperature on the Fahrenheit scale.
Okay. This one they call interval level. That means they have some range. They have meaningful about the range. Range number 1, range number 2, and range number 3. Between this range, they have meaningful data. This one they call interval level. Okay. And the last one, we require Siti Nurul Fasiha. Siti Nurul Fasiha.
Ya, Doctor.
Tolong baca the last one.
Ratio level ke, Doctor?
Ya, betul.
Ratio level, interval level with an inherent result starting point. Difference and ratios are meaningful for this level of measurement.
Okay.
Example, monthly income of surgeons or distance traveled by manufacturers representative per month.
Okay. They mean here, thank you, Siti Nurul Fasiha. So we have the number of our salary or income. This one they call ratio level. Okay. Ratio level, the definition here, they say different ratio are meaningful this level of measurement. Table and ratio starting point. That means 0 starting point. Here they say there's no natural 0 point. Confused, confused between this interval level or ratio level. Interval level, they mean they have some range. Ratio level don't have the range, only they get the point, they get the measure, they got the value. This one they call ratio level. Boleh? They mean in our statistic, we have only 4 type of data. That data we classify into the 4 type of measurement level. First, nominal level. Second, ordinal level. Third, interval level. The last one is ratio level. We go for another slide to see definition in detail. Okay, we go for nominal level data. So nominal level data, observation of the qualitative variable only be classified and counted. That means we have classified and we can count it, and no particular order of the level. So we see this definition. We see the next slide. What does it say this? Okay. This is definition, and the next slide they give the example. So example, what is your gender? They're asking you what is your gender, male or female. This type of answer, this type of question, they call nominal data. So they're asking about your color, hair color. Hair color, cuba kita tanya Sufi Jamal. Sufi Jamal ada?
Saya tak tahu.
Oh, Sufi Jamal perempuan lah. Sorry. Saya nak tanya lelaki ni. So tanya Amirul.
Ya, saya.
You punya hair color apa?
Kalau hitam ada.
Oh, black. This answer we get from respondent, they call nominal data. Kita tanya Ahmad Taufik.
Ya, Doktor.
You punya hair color apa?
Hitam, Doktor.
Oh, hitam. So this one they call nominal data. Saya punya color, saya nampak macam brown. Okay, saya bukan orang Malaysia dah. Okay, boleh faham Any question? Ada apa yang confused? What is nominal data? Kita tanya Lau Wenyi.
Ya.
Okay, Lau understood what is example nominal data?
Yes.
Okay, Nurul minta nak tengok slide sebelum ni. Slide sebelum ni adalah definition. What is nominal data level? Ini another definition. This one is a definition. This one another definition of nominal data. This slide 30. Okay, Nurul Huda Hanani. Okay, we go for next slide, boleh? Okay, we go for next slide. Is ordinal level data. Ordinal level data, what is the definition here? So, can I request tadi call Sufi Jamal Sufi Jamal. Boleh baca slide ni? Slide 32. 32.
Ordinal level data properties. Data classification are represented by set of numbers or names. high, medium, low that have relative values.
Okay.
Number two, because of the relative values, the data classified can be ranked or ordered.
Okay, thank you, Sophie. That mean ordinal label data, kita kena range dia. Okay, kita here example here. Kita range dia severe, high, elevated, guarded and low. Ataupun kita range dia high, medium and low. Okay. Kita juga boleh range sedap. Sedap biasa dengan tak sedap. Mungkin kita tanya Sufi Jamal.
Ya.
Okey, Sufi Jamal dekat kedai berhampiran dengan you. Sebagai contoh kedai Tom Yam.
Okey.
Okey, you makan dekat situ. Adakah sangat sedap, biasa ataupun tak sedap?
Biasa.
Biasa. Okay. That mean the medium lah. This answer we collect from the Sufi adalah ordinal level data. Okay. Kita tanya contoh yang lain. Siti tadi saya tanya. Nurul Natasha. Okay, you suka makan nasi dagang? Nasi kerabu? Tak suka juga? Okay. Nasi kerabu you makan di Kelantan ke di tempat you? Tempat you di mana? Okay. Sekarang Perak. Saya bisa makan dekat situ. Okay. You makan dekat situ, apa you punya judgement? Sama ada sedap, biasa ataupun tak sedap? Oh, biasa saja. So, this answer they call ordinal label data. Okay. Okay, thank you Nurul Natasha. So, tempat saya nasi kerabu sedap. Nasi dagang pun sedap. Dekat saya ni kalau you bagi ais kosong pun sedap. Mungkin you ada banyak pilihan sebab tak ada penyakit. Macam saya macam-macam penyakit, apa-apa pun sedap. Okay, any question about the ordinal label data? Boleh saya move pada next slide? Any question?
No, doctor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, example of ordinal data. So we asking the Wong Kong Wei.
Yes, doctor.
Okay, Wong Kong Wei, how do you feel today? Number one, very unhappy. Unhappy, okay. Happy and very happy.
Okay.
Okay is number 3, yeah?
Yeah.
How about tomorrow? How do you feel tomorrow?
Happy.
Oh, happy. How about yesterday?
Happy.
Happy, yeah? So you almost happy-go-lucky lah, no? Thank you. That means we get answer from Wong. This one they call ordinal data. Okay. Then we go for another one. How satisfied in our services? Whether we give the unsatisfied, somewhat unsatisfied, neutral, somewhat satisfied, and very satisfied. This one they call also the ordinal data. So any question? Yohanis Imani? Any question?
No, doctor.
Okay, thank you. And for your information, this coming Wednesday on 28, we don't have the class. Kita tak ada kelas. Boleh this coming Wednesday on 28, we don't have the class.
Kenapa tak?
Sebab on 29 we cuti kan. So 28 tu 28 tu saya ada kerja sikit. So saya akan cuti lah. Boleh
Boleh doktor.
Kalau kamu tak setuju saya kena buat kelas jugalah. Kena buat kelas mungkin tengah malam sikit. Boleh? Sebab saya nak bagi label sama dengan group A Sebab group A dia orang ada kelas on this Thursday. Hari 29 tu dia orang cuti. So nanti dia akan lebih dan kurang. Boleh nanti saya remind dalam kita punya WhatsApp group. Okay. We go for the next slide. Is interval data. So interval data kita minta Yu Ting Lu. Hello Yun Ting Lu. Ti Fang Yi.
Hi, sir.
Boleh baca this one? This slide? Slide
Boleh.
24. Okay. Thank you.
Interval label data. Properties. Data classifications are ordered according to the amount of the characteristic they possess.
Okay.
Equal differences in the characteristic are represented by equal differences in the measurements.
Okay, thank you, T. We see the example. Okay. Here, example of interval data. So, just now T say is about the definition. So, we go for the example. So, in case we have measured 5 unit, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So, each we classified. Number 1 represent strongly disagree. Number 2 disagree. Number 3 neither agree or no disagree or neutral they call. Number 4 agree. Number 5 strongly agree. So we appoint this number. Then we asking the student or we asking our representative or we asking our respondent. We asking the question. We say that interacting with others, how we interact to others. So we give the point here, number 3. So number 3 represent neither agree or no disagree lah. We tick here. Using a number of different scale, we see number 4. Number 4 represent agree. So we completing the task from beginning to the end. We see number 4, that means we agree. About the quotient, this one they call interval data or interval scale. Okay, the quotient is servicing others, whether 1 until 5. We give number 2, that means disagrees. Working independently, whether we can working independently or not. So we agree, we say we able to do that. Number 4, that means we agree on that lah. This this type of data we call interval scale. When we go for the next one is ratio level. So ratio level we request Candy Singh. Hello Candy Singh. Okay. Asia Aziz. Tadi saya dah panggil Asia Aziz.
Ya, dah doktor.
Oh dah, okey kita bagi peluang orang lain pula Okay, thank you. Firhani saya dah panggil lagi, Firhani. Firhani ada? Okay, Masyarah Alwani, saya bisa panggil tadi.
Dah, doktor.
Okey, Masyarah Hamizan.
Ya, saya.
Belum panggil lagi kan?
Belum.
Okey, good. Cuba baca data ni, ada slide ni.
Ratio level data.
Okay.
Practically all quantitative data is recorded on the ratio level of measurement. Ratio level is the highest level of measurement. Properties. Data classification are ordered according to the amount of the characteristic they possess. Equal differences in the characteristic are represented by equal difference in the number assigned to the classification.
Okay.
The 0 point is the absence of the characteristic and the ratio between two numbers is meaningful. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, ratio data, that means all quantitative data that we recorded, that we have, usually they are under the ratio level of measurements. Okay, that means dia sapu habis lah. Whether you have the data, any data, that means you have male or female, what, they call ratio level. Now they're asking, they say 0 point absent and characteristic ratio between two number is meaningful. That means 0 point ni dia bagi contoh temperature, suhu. Suhu 0 adakah bermaksudnya 0? Kita tanya Fadilah. Fadilah?
Ya, doktor.
Okey. Soalan dia, adakah 0 darjah Celsius bermaksudnya 0?
No.
Dia mean dia ada some characteristic ataupun dia ada some maksud yang lain. This one they call ratio level data lah. Maksudnya 0 point tu dia ada some value. Bukannya maksudnya 0. Kalau figure 0 tu maksudnya nothing kan. Tapi go for temperature, maksudnya dia ada satu value untuk diterangkan. Okay, this one, thank you Firhani. Okay, example of ratio label, kita minta Nur Ain Syafiqah. Tak sebut lagi kan Nur Ain?
Yes, sir. Tak sebut lagi.
Okay, boleh baca slide ni?
Slide ni kosong, sir. Saya tak nampak.
Oh, kosong Slide number 37.
Yelah kot. Tak nampak apa-apa. Kosong.
Okay, kalau slide ni, slide 36.
Ratio data ke? Boleh.
Nampak sekejap. Kalau yang ni?
Nampak.
Okay, tolong baca.
Example of ratio data, ratio scale. Ratio data measure on a continuous scala and
does have
true 0 point. Example, age, weight, and height.
Okay.
Does have a true 0 point.
Okay, thank you. Noain. So, kalau kita ada value, kita ada age. Noain punya age sekarang berapa? Hello, Noain.
Yes, sir.
Okay, saya tanya you, age you berapa sekarang? Umur berapa?
20.
You punya weight? Berat you?
56.
56. You punya height, tinggi you, ketinggian you?
157.
Okay. This one I get from Norain, the core ratio data. So any figures I get, the core ratio data. Okay. Because this continuous scale, continuous tadi kita dah belajar kan, discrete scale dengan continuous scale kan. Kalau kita boleh measure something, we get a value something, continuous scale, that's one the core ratio data. Boleh? So we have learned 4 type of measurement, data of measurement. Okay. So for type, okay, this one, why we need to know? We need to know this measurement data. So kita minta Muhammad Aiman. Saya belum sebut nama kan?
Belum sir.
Cuba baca slide ni, slide number 38.
Why know the level of measurement of a data? The level of measurement of data dictates the calculation that can be done to summarize and present the data. To determine the statistical test that should be performed on the data.
Okay, thank you, Aiman. So here they have the reason why we need 4 type of measurement. Because in statistic, we must clarify type of measurement. Some of measurement, some of analysis, they cannot mix together. Example, nominal data cannot mix together with interval data. Dia tak boleh campur sekali. Kalau kita ada ordinal data or nominal data, kita cuma boleh analyze dalam konteks nominal data only. Kita tak boleh mix dengan other type of measurement. Kalau kita mix other type of measurement, dia macam menyalahi undang-undang. Okay? That's why reason we learn 4 type of data. Because kita tahu this data to belong to what, then bila kita nak analisis nanti, it's easy to us lah untuk analisis. Boleh? That's why reason mengapa kita belajar 4 jenis data. Okay, then we go for last, I think last slide. No. Ada lagi dua slide untuk habis. So level of measurement, what we learn today, they have nominal data, ordinal data, interval data, and ratio data. They have 4. Nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. This here, they give the example. Just now we learn what is example is. Okay, kita melihat macam mana these 4 data kita combine together into the questionnaire dalam soalan. Sebab nanti kita akan develop questionnaire. So we see the questionnaire here. Okay, this one the example of questionnaire. So nanti kita develop questionnaire, kita akan asking the gender. Gender male and female. Kita cuba tanya Nur Alia Azman. Saya tanya lagi Nur Alia.
Boleh doktor?
Okey, kita tanya. Soalan yang pertama male, gender. Male dengan female.
Female.
Okey, jawapan dia female. Ini data dalam bentuk kategori apa?
Kejap. Data dalam bentuk nominal.
Okay, is nominal. Okay, kita dah tahu, we already know that they asking the gender is nominal. So number 2, Alia, dia tanya,
Yes.
please write your age. How about your age?
22.
This one is what? What type of data?
Ordinal.
Ratio.
Ratio.
Ratio. Bila dia tanya you boleh measure-nya, kita tahu measure-nya is ratio. Okay. Soalan nombor 3. Type of school do you teach at? You mengajar dekat mana? Dekat government, NGO, religious private or other privates. Example, you mengajar dekat mana? Government dan sebagainya. Okay. Then, this one, what type of data? Number 3. Ordinal, dia dalam bentuk range, ordinal. So, number 4, school completed. Grade 2, NCE, diploma, first degree, postgrad diploma and masters. So, this one they call what?
Interval.
This one they call ordinal. So, we go for number part 2. They call teaching and reading. So, they have a scale 1, 2, 3, 4 and until 6. So, they're asking the question here. This one, the type of question is what?
Interval.
Good. This one they call interval data, interval level. So in the satu soalan questionnaire, kita akan tanya dia berbagai soalan. Each soalan dia ada berbagai kategori of measurement level. Okay, contohnya, so mengapa kita perlu tahu level ni? Kita lihat soalan nombor 1. Soalan nombor 1 gender, we have only 2, male and female. Soalan nombor 1 we mix together with soalan part number 2. Part number 2 we have a Likert scale, the off scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Can we do the mean? Boleh kita buat proses mean dan cari medium. So kita tanya dekat siapa tadi? Nur Izzati, saya dah tanya belum? Nur Izzati Syarif. Okay, saya dah tanya Nur Izzati. Soalan nombor 1 gender ni. We answer is male and female. Boleh kita cari mean tak? Mean? Tak boleh. Kenapa?
Sebab dia tak ada number.
Sebab male dengan female dia tak boleh cari tengah-tengah. Dia memang exactly ada lelaki atau perempuan. Dia kalau tengah-tengah tu mungkin macam tadilah sajak tu. Okay, yang ni the last one, Likert scale, we have 1 until 6. Boleh kita cari mean?
Boleh.
Yeah. Correct answer. Boleh sebab kita akan plus all 1 to 6 and divide by 6. So kita akan dapat mean. Whether mean is number 3 or number 4. That's why reason dia mengapa kita perlu tahu data. Sama ada dia ordinal, nominal, interval or ratio. Okay. Boleh Mengapa kamu susah-susah payah belajar type of data? Untuk in future kalau kita nak analyze data, we know which one is what categories and type of analysis. Okay. Saya rasa kita punya slide lecture sampai takat ni saja. Okay, dah end of lecture. Saya ulang lagi sekali. This week hari Rabu 28 hari bulan Okay, 28 kita don't have the class Jangan siapa-siapa tunggu pula pagi-pagi rugi. Okay. Kita end of class today. Cuma saya nak tanya Venice Warren ada? Venice Warren? Okay. So, hari ni kita anggap Venice Warren tak attend Okay. Until today kita punya kelas. Any question? Ada siapa nak tanya soalan?
No, sir.
Okay. Siapa nak tanya soalan juga, you boleh tulis dekat chat tu. Ini chat tu saya tengok. So far, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you for your attending the class and not sleeping. Ada siapa yang tidur?
Tak ada,
Lepas ni
sir.
boleh